Okay, so let me ask you on that. So I was immediately thinking in my head, if I think about exercise, it could be two kinds of goals. One is more like a behavior I can control, like I want to exercise
Yeah.
3 times this week.
Yes.
Another is I want to lose part of my COVID-15. So that's a harder thing to do because that's more of an outcome.
Yes.
Do you have a preference? Is it better to do pick a behavior or outcome?
Well, I don't. I think you can pick an outcome and then attach a behavior to it. So if you wanted to lose part of your COVID-15 and you'd like to start exercising 3 times a week towards that goal, and an effort to accomplish that goal, that's fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could be both. That's great.
Okay, so we've got the helping your brain clear and then setting these micro goals. And the third thing I think is to stay connected.
Mm.
So, and again, I keep referring to extroverts, introverts, but we all need a certain amount of connection. So if there's a work buddy who you could have regular contact with, maybe an action partner, if you're having trouble focusing and it helps you to call another person or email another person, say, these are my priorities today. Other people help us get organized. And they can create accountability too. Like you're like, oh my God, I keep not doing this thing. Can I bookend that with you? Can I, text you when I've finished doing it? So bring other people into the mix to help you focus, to help you have accountability, and to give you energy. Because that's the other thing that we're missing with remote working is the energy of colleagues and collaborators.
Again, 3 wonderful examples. We've got that kind of clear our mind with kind of that, emotions being energy in motion. Love that. We've got micro goals, and we've got get connected. And again, siblings. There are many ways, so interconnected.
Yeah.
Love those as kind of great examples of how we can kind of move forward. All right, Katherine. So here's my last question for you today.
Yes.
So one day, I don't know when that day is going to be, but I know it's going to come. We'll get to something we would call precedented times. I have no idea what that's going to look like, but we're going to get there.
Yes.
So tell me, when you look into your crystal ball, what do you think the working world is going to look like? And what are some of the likely challenges we're still going to be facing that we're going to need to continue to practice some of these great tips and habits you've provided us?
Yeah. That's a great question. I mean, I think the one word that I can use is hybrid. I think that we're not going to go back to strictly going to the office 9 to 5 or whatever the hours are, constantly commuting, and we're not going to be totally remote. It's going to be a hybrid thing, I think, with probably flex schedules and rotating teams and that kind of thing. So that's one. That's it. That's what I would say. Some form of hybrid. The other piece, though, I think with the challenge that's always true when you're remote, and it's true even when people are showing up to the office, is to have a sense of connection, of communication, of consistency. And so, because I think that's the problem. I mean, the other thing that I've noticed is that our clients, the lack of, like, we can't see each other and just after a meeting go say, how did you think that was? Or, oh boy, I think we did a good job here, but not so great there. We don't have what do they call the water cooler conversations anymore. And the problem with that is that then often our minds make the worst interpretation, like, I saw so-and-so looking at me, or they turned off their camera. What did that mean? That kind of thing. And so I think that being able to form systems of communicating and clarifying, what's going on, what are the expectations, who's doing their job, who is not, that's going to be a big challenge going forward.